You're a bum, Rock. You're a bum.
I ain't no bum, Nick. I ain't no bum. Sorry about that. Alrighty then, YouTube. Welcome back for another review. Told you it wouldn't be too long. Anyway, we're here to take a look at something a little interesting today. A lot of YouTube reviewers, they get into this whole lull of reviewing new, great, cloud-chucking, yada, yada, yada products, or whatever type of products are geared toward their particular niche, whatever they're into. And a lot of us forget to review products for the person who is a smoker looking to transition to vaping, or someone who's already begun the transition and is looking for a product that is going to keep them off of cigarettes and onto e-cigarettes. So today I'm going to look at one of these products, and it's a very interesting one because of price considerations. What we're going to be taking a look at today is the Rock by Boulder e-cigs, and what it is a button press, pod-based e-cigarette that is refillable. There you go, there's the whole review, pretty much. Anyway, the thing that is compelling about this is its price. A 2-pack of these pods is about $7, and they come empty. And you can fill it with your own juice. I would recommend something like a 50-50. This comes with one pod and a bottle of e-liquid. We'll get into that. And the whole kit was $10. $10, that's all this cost. So yeah, just stand by. And after the intro, I'm going to come in and give you my thoughts on it. We'll roll down at the table, take a look at it, and then we'll come back up and I'll give you my final thoughts. So, check it out. Alrighty then, we are back, and like I said, today we are here to talk about the Rock e-cigarette by Boulder. And before we get started, I apologize about the lighting. I have to record kind of late at night right now, just the way the timing worked out, so I don't have any natural light. I'm going to look a little washed out today, so that benefits you, so you don't have to see this in any type of detail. Also, there's going to be a bit of background noise because the minions are upstairs and the TV is going and they are occupied. Yeah, so what do we got here? We got another pod-based system. You got a whole ton of these things out. You got the Von Earl, you got the Juul, you've got the MyJet, the Fix is out. I mean, there's all kinds of these things flowing around the market where you take a pod like this with juice already in it, or as this system comes with empty pods, and fill it with your own and you rock it. So what sets this thing apart? Two things. First of all, these pods. And we'll see it a little bit better in the close-up. See this little plunger over here on the side? This pod is refillable. It's designed to be refillable. So you can use your own juice, although they do provide a bottle of juice with the product. And it's a dedicated mouth-to-lung vape, just like the Juul, all these guys that I just talked about. And how does it vape? Just fine. The draw is a little bit looser than maybe a cigarette, but the amount of vapor that you get out of this thing is pretty analogous to what you would get out of a real cigarette, and it does so consistently. The reason this thing puts out such a decent vapor is that it's a button press system. You don't draw on this thing to get a vape and have to use the pressure from your lungs, the negative pressure, to activate a switch. Those systems, I mean the Juul being the exception, tend to be kind of hit and miss. If you don't pull hard enough, you get a delayed reaction, yada yada yada. Anyone who's used the eye care knows what I'm talking about. This thing works just like an ego pen or one of these, where you press the button and go. And boom, you just get vapor. Supposedly you get 8 hours of battery life out of this. We'll talk about that. And supposedly it takes 45 minutes to charge. We'll talk about that. Not a whole lot up here to talk about, other than just giving you the basic rundown. You got the pod. It's USB charging at the base. Don't need a cable. I'll give you my thoughts on that. And you got a firing button and a, don't know if you can really see it, LED indicator, letting you know when it's firing and when it's charging. That's it. That's the entirety of this device. So I'm not going to waste your time up here a whole lot. We're going to go ahead and dive down. I'm going to do the unboxing, show you what came with it, show you what comes with the pods, and then we'll bring it back up, and I'll give you my thoughts on it. So yeah, stand by. Very nice. Alrighty then, welcome back. We are at the table, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Rock e-cig by Boulder. So let me go ahead and show you the options that you have when you get the device. You can get the device boxed like this, and you can buy spare pods like that. Let me start off with the pods. Here's how they come, just like this. Little foil press packs, yada yada yada. Barcodes, Rock's little, branding feces and whatnot all over it. And that's it. I mean, this did not come in a box or anything. It came shipped to me just like this. Yeah, so, boom, that's done. Here is the actual product. Kind of hard to get this in camera shot with the distance I've got to the camera. Sorry about that. And it comes with one of these little hangy boxes with the dealie on it, and I guess these are meant to ultimately try to go to a gas station or a convenience store or something to that effect, which is not bad. So, front of the box, you can see the device, you can see the juice that it comes with, Rock, Boulder, obviously an electronic cigarette. The top, same stuff. This side tells you that it comes with some e-liquid certifications, yada yada yada. Don't vape in a trash can, please recycle. Proposition 65 for California, I like that. And engineered in the US, made in China. Of course it's made in China, and no one can afford to make anything in this country anymore. Boulder International, so this is a US product outsourced to China. So that's good, I like that. On the back, and this is your only instructions. There's no instruction manual or anything with this. Tells you how to refill it, pull the plug out, put the bottle in, squeeze, how to recharge, where the USB port is, and how to use the thing. Yeah, that's it. I mean, this is the entirety of how to use this device. Simple. That's one of the compelling things about this. So yeah, we already saw the top, bottom, barcode, Rock, yada yada yada, or Boulder. Item number, batch number. I do like that, because if needs be, you can outsource, or if you need technical support, you can give them the batch number. They'll know when this was made, if there was any problems with that particular batch. That's good. So, enough of that schlock. Let's open it up. The box just flips open. And it did come with some cellophane on top of it. I already cut that, obviously. The tray slides out, and there's nothing in there, so off to the side. Little plastic clamshell with nothing behind it. You get the Rock, and you get the bottle of their e-liquid. Nothing else. I mean, really, boom, that is it. That's what comes with this. It's a bottle of e-liquid. Let's go ahead and start with that. 1.8%, 18 milligrams. It does come with the expiration date and batch number on the back. I like that. A bunch of California propositions, etc., all over this. Unique thing about this, I haven't seen it on any labels, is that it's got the little cutout there. I think that's pretty neat. I think that more juice manufacturers that have wraparound labels should do that. And because of what this device is, it comes with the pointy tip bottle. It's okay. I'm going to go ahead and review this juice right now, right here, right now. And it's going to be the shortest juice review ever. You ready? Here it is. Meh. That's the entire juice review. I'm a tobacco vapor. This is a tobacco juice, and it is strictly meh. There you go. Juice review. Shortest in the history of YouTube. Alright, so let's get onto the device. So what do you have? You've got a pod-based system. It is USB chargeable at the bottom, and oh yeah, we're gonna have specs on the side of the screen, so just gonna stand by with that. You don't need a USB cable, so that's a good and bad thing. We'll get into my thoughts about that when we go back up top. This thing fits on there very snug. I mean, here, let me pull it halfway off and show you. It's not coming off. So yeah, it's not gonna be easy to lose that. The pod, just like the Juul, Von Earl, etc., just pulls out. And the pod, the base of it has the two leads, and it's got the fill port. That's it. And also a little teeny tiny hole for air ventilation so that you actually get some vapor. And it goes in either way, works fine either way. If you look inside, I don't know how well this is going to show up on camera, pretty decent. You can see the positive and negative leads. I'm not sure which is which. It really doesn't matter with this system. The sides have cut out so that you can see your juice and so that you get airflow to the bottom and through that bottom hole in the pod. And really, that's all there is with the battery. How does the thing work? 3 clicks on and off, so 3 clicks. It is now off. I press the button. Nothing happens. 3 clicks on. She blinky. And when I press the button, it lights up. Nothing's happening right now because I don't have an atomizer in there. And yeah, that's the simplicity of that. Press and vape. That's it. I mean that is the entire premise of this device, and that's what makes it so great. And we'll get into some of the features when we get back up top and my thoughts about how this thing performs. But yeah, I mean, you see the whole thing. Now, onto the pod a little bit. Get a little rubber grommet right here. And the way you fill this tank is pull the grommet out. Keep a hold of this little bugger. It is teeny-tiny and it's easy to lose. That is one of my cons about these. I wish the grommet flipped over to the side and was held on. But whatever. I mean, that's where your juice goes. So you are going to need a little tiny needle nose bottle like this comes with. If you're using your own juice, get a little needle nose bottle just to save your sanity. And in the pod, you can see right in the middle there's the actual coil. It's a 2.0 ohm coil with a silica wick that goes out to the sides, and the juice just feeds it in, and air comes in the bottom, and then it goes up to that little chimney into your mouth hole. That's it. The drip tip is not designed to be removable, so it just stays where it is, and every time you replace a pod, you replace the drip tip as well. That's it. Yeah, really, that's all there is to the device. So let's go ahead and cut this part short. I mean, this is turning out to be a pretty short review. Maybe my thoughts will drag on a little bit and I'll ramble like I usually do. So with that being said, let's head back up top and talk about this. So just stand by for me. Alrighty then, we are back up for our final thoughts, or my final thoughts rather, on the Rock e-cigarette by Boulder e-cigs. So, what do you got here? You got a pod system. It's very similar to the Juul, very similar to all these other systems that I've gone ahead and talked about. So, what separates these? Why do I recommend this? Why does this thing really compel me so? 2 reasons. 1, unlike the Juul, my Von Earl, etc., 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 it is a pod-based system that is a stick pod-based system that you actuate with the fire button. I like that. I like it because it gives you more control of your vape, and generally speaking, it gives you a little bit more vapor. That's cool. Second, most compelling reason that I have to recommend this device, the price. This plus this. 1 pod, the battery, and a bottle of juice. And because this is strictly, take the juice out of the equation. Battery and pod. $10. I got it on Snake Eye Vapes. I'll put a link down below. And I used their own discount code, INSTA10, INSTA10, for a 10% discount. That means this ended up costing me $8.99. They also sell these for $6.99. So I picked up a 2-pack of pods, and with the same code. Those together with the juice, don't have a third hand to show you, ran me $15.28 with free shipping. If you want just this, $8.99. Free shipping. Not bad. The price of this can't be beat. For someone who's looking to switch over, rather than getting a blue e-cig or yada 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 yada, maybe have a couple of these in your stockpile to say, hey, try this out. Hand it over to them. See if they like it. It's $10. And it comes with a pod. And it comes with liquid. It literally comes with everything you need. Now, my thoughts on the liquid beyond meh. I'm a tobacco vapor. So, and I'm a naturally extracted tobacco vapor. So my thoughts on this are maybe a little bit jaded, a little bit spoiled, because I make my own e-liquids. It's not the best tobacco e-liquid that I've had, but it's far from the worst either. So for a brand new vapor, this might actually do it. It's 18 milligrams, and you really feel it. Because it is a mouth-along system, you do really feel the throat hit, you feel the nicotine hit, and it really works. That being said, though, you could do far better than that juice, and I recommend getting your own juice. Speaking of juice for this system, it is a silica-based wick. It is a little teeny tiny thing. I've vaped some of my own liquid in this at 70% VG, and every now and then I get a twinge of a dry hit. If you're going to get this, and you're going to put your own juice in it, I recommend no more than a 50-50 blend. No more VG than 50-50. Put a 50-50 in here, which is what this stuff is, and it's going to rock. No pun. Boulder recommends that you use their own juice, of course, in this system. And I think that's twofold. One, they want to make sure that they want to try to sell their own juice, of course, and for those who don't know better. But I think they realize, most people realize, you can put any juice in any type of system. But they also want people to not put a max VG juice in this thing and end up just burning out the coils and then saying, oh, this product is crap. It's not. It's far from it. One of the other... Stand by for me. Alrighty then, I am back. Kids, what are you going to do? Anyway, it is a refillable system, and it's designed to be refillable. That's one of the things about this. You do replace the drip tip every time. I mean, this thing just really, really works. And if you get your own, if you're a cigarette vapor, you get your own really strong e-cig, or e-liquid rather, it's going to work fine. Just I would go 50-50 for a couple reasons. One, it's going to wick better, and two, that PG in this thing is going to give you a more substantial throat hit than another 20% of VG will. It's just the way that propylene glycol works. It does provide a pretty good, throat thump. Now, for a mouth-along draw, it is very slightly loose. And the thing whistles just a little bit. Let me see if you can hear it. Keep in mind, I'm right up on top of the camera while you hear that. And, but that being said, mouth-along is very doable out of this. Direct-along does not work. It's way too tight for that. Couple thoughts about these pods and what you can do with them. Either get some nicotine salts and put it in there at maybe 24-36 milligrams. Boom. I think it'd be good. I think that'd do a brand new vapor really well. Or just get a really strong 24-36, or maybe just 24 nicotine strength, maybe even 18 like they've got. And roll with that. Let me pause one more time. Alrighty, I am back. Anyone out there want a couple of kids? I can put them up for sale. Anyhow, like I said, if you're not doing the nicotine salts, I mean, the nicotine salt, just a regular nicotine ratio, say you got a 24 milligram nic salt strength, that translates to about 18 milligram nicotine strength. You're going to get about the same thump out of that. The nicotine salt is going to hit your body a little bit differently, so you can go either way with that. And like I keep saying, the pods are refillable. One thing about these, though, that most people don't know, they're not designed to be, but these pods are rebuildable. I found a thread on the e-cigarette forum. I'll go ahead and post a link to it below, where one of the users actually shows how to disassemble this thing and how to rebuild it with pre-built wicks or coils and wicks from Fastech. Get a 50-pack of 2.0 ohm, which is exactly what's in here. Single wick coils from Fastech, you're looking at $3.90 or something like that. And yeah, you might have to pay the shipping from Fastech. They do that e-packet, yada 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 yada. Might run you $1. So you might be looking at $5 for 50 wicks. That's 10 cents to rebuild these. I'd imagine you could comfortably rebuild one of these things about 10 times before the little tabs on either side start giving out. But if you pick up this kit and 2 packs of these, you're looking at like $23.50. That's 5 pods. Pick up that 10 or 50 pack of coils. There you go. That's perfect. They say these pods last about a week. I'd be pretty good with that. With the condition of the coil as it is right now, I'd say that's believable. It's starting to gunk up a little bit. I've been using it for a few days. And let's say you rebuild these once a week, and you rebuild each one 10 times. You're looking at $23.50 plus the $5 you spend on Fast Tech. You're looking at under $29 right there for 1 year of use. They say this thing can recharge 300 times and retain 80% of its charge. That's believable. That's pretty standard battery life. And then the only other cost you have is e-liquid. And if you do DIY, that's next to nothing. I mean, you can vape for next to nothing on this. That's the thing. Your juice is going to last forever because it's a 2.0 ohm coil and that you're using with a direct voltage system. And yeah, I mean, not really a whole lot to not like about this. So compare it to the Juul, the Mivon Earl, yada, 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 yada. Is the Juul a better system performance-wise? I would say so, other than the button thing. I like the button. I like that I'm in direct control of this. The one thing that really kills the Juul is cost. A starter kit with 4 pods, 2 of which you probably never use if it's not your flavor profile, is going to run you $50. Without any pods, $40 just for the stick. That's excessive. It's got a dedicated charger port, and we'll get into this one in just a second. Yeah, and all of these kits, I mean, even the cheap ones, run $20, $25. And of them, I'd say that this is the easiest one to rebuild. And that's the most compelling thing about this, is cost. I mean, you can get this thing, pick up a couple of these if you want to spare, pick up a handful of them if you want to hand them out to your friends. These are affordable enough to do that. Things I don't like about this. I'm not crazy about the drip tip. It's not awful, but I don't like that it's really smooth and lip gunky and yada yada yada. Not crazy about this. I wish they had done one of 2 things, because as it is, you got this thing sticking out the bottom. I wish they had either left this out and just put a micro USB port right there, flush with this, and shorten the device by that much. Made the device that much shorter. Had the same 360 milliamp hour battery in it, boom, you'd have a shorter device. Imagine this without the USB port or plug on the bottom. And yeah, I'd be perfectly happy with that. Or leave the device the same length, put a micro USB port right there, and put a 450 milliamp hour battery in this thing. I think that'd be a better way to go. 25% more battery life. As it is, I get where they're coming from. They don't want people to have to carry around a cable, but in this day and age, who doesn't have a USB cable available? If you are somewhere where you can plug this thing into a wall or a computer or yada, 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 you have a USB cable available. So I think the micro USB port would have been a better choice, but it is what it is, and as it is, I really like this device. So, can I recommend this thing? Abso-freaking-lutely. This thing is a phenomenal mouth-to-lung vape. It's a great starter kit. Doesn't come with the best juice in the world, but it's doable. So yeah, pick a couple of these up, pass them out to your friends. If you know someone who's struggling, who's tried it before and it doesn't work, then yeah, give it a shot and hand these out. They're affordable enough to do that. So I'll stop yapping about that. Hold on a second. Alrighty, I guess that's my cue to go ahead and wrap it up. Anyway. Yeah, so pick a couple of these up and see what you think. It's a great little kit to have around to carry in your pocket. I'm going to take this thing to work for a few days and see how it performs for the long haul and see what kind of battery life I get out of it. Anyway, let me go ahead and wrap it up before my kids end up destroying the house. So with that, I'll say go ahead and check out my links below for advocacy. We're on a dwindling time clock, yada, yada, yada. No soapbox today. Do what you got to do. Donate if you can. So with that, I'll say if you're vaping on this, if you're vaping on this, if you're vaping on anything else, do what you got to do. Whatever product you use is the right one for you, as long as it keeps you off of cigarettes. So thanks for showing up. Thanks for watching my video. If you found it entertaining, if you found it informative, whatever, please like, share, subscribe. The subscribe button is going to be down here somewhere. Just click on that, and I'll see you for the next video. So vape on, vape strong. Very nice.